So today I'm going to be cleaning a little bit deeper than just the regular maintenance on this Comfortbilt wood pellet stove, and we're going to get in there. I'm going to try using a leaf blower to clean out the vent out the back. I'll show some video of the vent. And we're gonna get in there, we're gonna clean, and I'll show you how I clean it with what I have. I have just a regular shop vac, and I have a door right here which I'm going to point the shop vac out so that any fumes, because the filter fills up with ash pretty quick, sometimes throws fumes, and we're gonna point it out the door. We're gonna get in there with the shop vac, and we're gonna clean out the exhaust vent, and I'll give you more details in the voiceover as we go along, and we're gonna get this puppy running 100%. So let's get started, and like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. So I make my way out to the outside vent, and to clean out, I open up, and it wasn't that dirty. I had about a ½ an inch of ash build up, which surprisingly was less than I expected. So that was not a problem. So back inside, I put on my hot glove because it was a little warm. I let it cool down, but some parts were still a little toasty. So the fire tray where the pellets fall in and ignite and burn was pretty clean. I usually keep that up every once in a while. I clean out. Now here I'm pulling out the ashtray, and it's not that bad. That's about as full as I let it go. Maybe that's about 40-pound bag, 45 pounds. And this particular stove get a lot of ash on the edges under the tray, so it has capacity to hold more ash in there than what I'm used to seeing in the tray itself. So I got to clean out under the tray. So the ceiling of the stove has this removable part. I guess it's like a heat shield, and you lift up one side, slide it over, and it comes down. It builds up ash deposits, and up on top in the left and the right side areas, ash builds up in there too. So having a rubber hose attachment to the vac line will be vital when I kind of modify it to be able to clean the stove. And this handle here cleans the heating tubes, I guess, that are up where the air comes out, the vents. That's right by my hand. Just move this back and forth a few times, and you can see the ash drop, and that cleans that up. Taking a quick peek of my little setup here, I'm using the door that's located close to the unit, and I have the exhaust of the shop vac pointing out the door so that the excess ash, when the filter gets clogged up, goes out the door and not in the house. So here I start vacuuming the inside of the stove, and it goes pretty quick. When the filter is clean, it slows down. By the end of it, I get inside the door, all around. Inside the gap where the ashtray sits, collects a lot of ash in there. Can't neglect that. I reach up in the top where there's plenty of ash sitting on either edge, and I find that removing the long stick of the hose and getting that curved part up in there will get some of the ash. Basically everything goes back in reverse. It's as simple as that. This is not a perfect cleaning, but it's a good enough cleaning, and the cleaner the stove is, the more efficient it burns, and that's what you want. Now, you may think that this is a pain in the butt, too much work, too much effort, but I tell you, I don't mind doing it because it's saving me real money. And what is real money? My last bill was $845, and I was cold because I was keeping the temperature in the house very low. This new bill that came, I saved $500 just on the gas part, and that's a big savings. So I was only in for wood pellets for $170, and I was very comfortable in the house. So to me, that is real world savings that makes a huge difference. And doing the extra maintenance on this unit to get that savings is not a problem for me. One touch of a button, and in a few moments, it will ignite the pellets in the burn pot. The small fan is helping the flame be agitated or fueled. This way it burns lean. Once it gets up to a certain temperature, then the larger blower motor kicks in, which pumps the warm air through the vent on top into the room and runs out the exhaust out the back of the pipe. Overall, like I said, it's saving me real money, so I don't mind the extra little bit of maintenance. I would like to get a pallet next season because since I just installed this like midwinter, I were buying bags several at a time, and I was trying different brands, and different brands do have different characteristics. Some burn longer, some burn hotter, some leave more ash, some. So you got to find what you like or what's locally available and deal with that. The prices in my area, southern New York, is about $8.50 to $7.50 a bag. I got a place local to me that's a fancy hardware store, but it's a quick trip. It was like $10 a bag, which is pricey, but in a pinch, I only have to drive 10 minutes. Now, the noise level when it's going and has the big blower pumping air into the room is like having a window air conditioner going. It's a little bit loud, but to me, it's the sound of money in my pocket, and I don't mind it. You get used to it. The TV is about 8 to 10 feet away. I have no problem watching TV, and having the sight of the flame within sight is kind of cool. The warm air, maybe it's a little different. It's a drier air. I did have to get a humidifier to help control the humidity to keep it from being too dry. I was in the 25% dryness range, which really affects the nose and the mouth, especially when you're sleeping. So the large room humidifier that I've got really helped. Now I'm in the mid 30s to near 40, and it's much more comfortable. So you're able to control that with a humidifier. Other than that, like I said, the savings, I'm in New York, the Northeast, and through politics and mismanagement, heating costs, electric costs have skyrocketed in the area, and a lot of people have been complaining. A lot of people feel helpless that they can't do anything, but I took matters into my own hand and installed this myself, and I cut real money from my bill, and it's going to make a huge difference. I'd rather keep money in my pocket than going out to some utility company. And I was actually warmer. Before I had a huge bill, $8.50, and I was cold in the house. So this, I save money, and I'm much warmer and comfortable. On a nice 45-degree day, I had the house 76 degrees. I had to turn it off. Low setting, I could maintain the room 65, 68 degrees, depending on the outside temperature. When it was 17 outside, it got a little rough for this size unit. To maintain my room, I was able to maintain it around 65 on the coldest of nights, and I didn't even put it on the high setting. It has 1 out of 5 levels. I think I had it at level 4, trying to conserve pellets, but yet trying to keep the house decent. And I got cathedral ceilings, 18 foot in this room where this is at, so it's like heating up a blimp. If you have regular ceilings, this size unit would work well for you. Hindsight, I wish I had gotten the larger unit, but money, and I thought this would be adequate, which it is. I've saved money, and I'm not in for it for too much. The unit cost me $1,100 shipped. I spent $300 for the vent, probably $60 to put the stone underneath. I DIY'd it from Home Depot, patio stone, and cement board under that, laying on top of the wood floor. And the size is overkill for what it's needed, but I did it myself, installed it myself with the help of a cousin who knows how to measure better than me, and it's done. I'm happy I did it. It may not be for everyone, but if you want to save some money, you don't have to. You have alternatives. You could go with an insert. You could go with a full wood burning stove, which may be a little bit cheaper and less moving parts. So you're not helpless to the utility company. I cut the cord, and next season I'll be able to spend less money. And another thing, I thought my electric bill would go up because 2 fans running constantly while this is on. But then I realized that my gas furnace was not turned on only about a few hours during this month, and that has an old huge motor running the fan that pushes the air around the whole house, so that must draw a lot of electricity. So since that wasn't on, my electric bill actually fell. So that was a surprise, and I realized that this burns electricity to run, but yet my gas furnace must burn more electricity pushing that huge fan. So that's a little happy accident bonus. So I am going to enjoy paying almost zero money for gas for the rest of the season, and I'm glad I got this. It's money in the bank, and it will pay for itself in 1.5 seasons in my case, and I'm good to go. I'm glad I did it, and it's kind of charming having this in the house. The extra maintenance, not a big deal. It's a lifestyle, and there's no smell that is overwhelming. In the beginning, the first few burns, yes, but after that, even my brother-in-law came in the house and said he didn't smell it. So he smells a lot of things, so that's a good thing. So thanks for watching. Any comments, just hit me below. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you got questions I can answer. And like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.